What a beautiful day, isn't it? Wow, look at this place. Beautiful river, the grass, everything's just perfect. I'm gonna put my whiteboard right here. Hey guys, welcome to the stream today. We're starting a little bit early. The lesson will start on time at 2. So if you've just come in, you've still got some time. Take a look really quick at the prerequisites before I have a few announcements. Before today's lesson, which is an intermediate lesson, you want to be familiar with quoting forms because the form we're going to be using today kind of relate to quoting. So if you're not already familiar with quoting forms, you might miss part of the lesson today. So make sure you're familiar with that. And also some of our example sentences use the form tende and tenika. So you want to be familiar with both of these. Now, if you don't know one of these, you actually have time to learn it before the stream starts at 2. You've still got 15 minutes, so you can go watch it on my channel and then come back here and still be able to follow along the stream. But if you don't know these, you might be lost in some places. Welcome everyone to the stream. I'm just going to say hi to a few people who are in the chat. Let's see, who was first in here? The first member was Cheryl. Welcome, Cheryl. And Lauren. Cheryl. Seeing who's talking here. Okay, Chris O. Small. Who else do we got? Mihao. 안녕하세요. Yes, welcome everyone. And yes, for everyone who is here right now, you are all early. We will start right on time at 2 o'clock. Yes. I can put the board on in the blink of an eye, and I can also take it off in the blink of an eye. I'm really fast. I've been doing this now for well over a year. I've been doing, I don't know, 70 something live streams, full live stream lessons. So I've gotten pretty good at putting the board back. Watch this. Okay, that doesn't work as fast as I thought, but yeah, so we'll get started really soon. If you have any quick questions, feel free to ask them now, but I'm going to be doing a few announcements first before we get started. Hey, Kate June. Welcome. Oh, and Lynn. If you're wondering what the green names are, those are my YouTube members. They get like special emoticons and little badges by their names. That's why their names look a little bit different. So, announcements. As always, you can get a worksheet for today's live stream on Patreon. So if you can actually get that right now, if you want to practice before we start with the lesson. There will also be a full outline of this live stream, as well as all of the live streams have outlines on Patreon as well. You can find a link to download all of those on my YouTube community tab. So in case you want to see like where can I find all of the previous live streams and the abridged videos and outlines and worksheets, there's a link on my community tab that you can find. Also, there is new merchandise on my page. So depending on when you've looked at the page, there might be some stuff you haven't seen before. It's always there. It's just another way to support me if you want and to get some stuff with KeyCat or my face on it. I also have a Discord channel that's very active that you can check out, and it's active 24 hours a day. There are natives in there, people learning Korean of every level, people teaching Korean. You can practice, share resources, or just spam K-pop videos, whatever. And it's a really fun place where you can also go to get updates about future live streams or projects we're working on, or make suggestions for new lessons. It's all of that stuff in one, and it's there's actually probably a conversation going on right now during this live stream. So check that out too. Also, recently I started offering one-to-one tutoring. So this is not something that I'm like pushing out. Like, it's only for people who have asked me in the past, like, hey, Billy, would you be willing to do private tutoring? And I normally say no. Well, now there is an option to do that now. So you can get if you want, you can ask about that. If not, don't worry. And finally, the last announcement is that every YouTube member now will get to watch the abridged versions of these live streams the same day that the live stream happens. So that means this live stream that you're watching right now is going to be abridged and available tonight. So if you're a member, you can watch it tonight. If you're not a member, you can still watch it on the regular day. It'll be posted on probably Wednesday. So if you're a member, you just get access to it a few days early. All right, that's all the announcements I had. I'm just going to interact a bit with the chat and then we will get started right at 2 o'clock. We still have 10 minutes left. Lynn, I asked about that. Oh, nice. Hey, Yetchiel Arianto. I don't know how to say your name. Yetchiel. How do I say your name? Welcome. Yeah, I saw Yetchiel's name pop up while I was getting ready for the stream because I can see the chat going on before the stream starts. Welcome, Yetchiel. Our new member. Thank you. Oops, I just bumped the board. Hasn't started yet. Yeah, if you guys have just joined, we haven't started yet. We'll start right at 2. Hi, Billy. I'm Argentinian, watching your stream. Thanks for every stream. Yeah, thanks for coming. I've been waiting. Liz says, I've been waiting for this lesson since a long time ago. Nice. Funny thing is, like, I've done so many of these live streams now, but there are still so many topics we have not covered in a live stream. So this was one of the ones that I wanted to cover for a while. But I base the live streams on member suggestions. So members, as well as Patreon members, if they make a suggestion for something that they want to learn, I'll put those at the front of the list. And we've done pretty much all of those with a few exceptions. And I'm slowly going through the other suggestions people have. This was also suggested by a member, I think just 3 weeks ago. A member suggested this also. So yeah, I've wanted to do this topic for a while as well. It's a pretty big topic. So many of us green comments. Yeah, hey, Arlie. Yeah, it's nice to see. I remember when I first started, I think I was like, we had maybe 10 members or something when it first opened. And then I was like, oh, so excited. We got 30 that one time. And now I think we're at like 67 or something. And if I get another like 10 or so, then I'll add one more emoticon. But yeah, it's been great. I like it. I like being able to see who is like the most interacting with the chat, like who are the fans, I guess. It's kind of cool to see it like right on the screen. Josie Jackson, I'm struggling with making sentences. That's fine. Depending on what kind of sentences. I had a live stream where I talked about sentence structure that you can check out. And that one, I recommend watching the unedited version because the edited version goes through the same information in about 18 minutes. But in my opinion, it's still too fast if you've never learned it before. So the 18 minutes would be more like a review. The full live stream was like 2.5 hours, but I recommend the full version because it moves much more slowly. If you're talking about making sentences at a higher level, well, then you'd have to tell me more about what you mean, and maybe I can do a different lesson for that in the future. Okay. Let's see. What other questions you guys have before we get started? Fool Fortune said, this topic isn't in your books, right? I don't believe so. No, this is and my books go up to an intermediate level, but they don't teach everything in the intermediate level. This would be somewhere in the intermediate level. I don't think my books have this, although my book might mention Malhada by itself. Yeah, it kind of does, but not the yamaroda form as far as I know. Hey, Nikki. Billy, try pronouncing my last name. Arlie Benitez. 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 Benitis. Benitis. Sounds like something you contract. Like, oh, I got Benitis over the week. Benitez. I'm guessing. Am I close? Benitez. Yes. I've been studying Korean for 5 months. I don't have enough progress for the time. Does anyone have a test for that? It's a good question. Korean test for 5 months. I don't think they really exist. Yeah, Nikki noticed my hair. I actually got a haircut. I cut it myself. If you can't tell, I just took my razor. I have like a razor I bought. I got like many years ago. I've used it probably like 20 or 30 times, and this time I just put it down to really low setting and just cut all of it off because it's getting hot. The weather is getting hot. So even out here in this beautiful stream area. You can hear the lake if you listen very closely. Even out here, it's very hot. So I just thought, let me just cut my hair, easier to wash it, less hot, less sweat, right? Hello from LA. Oh, I'm in LA too. I mean, normally I'm from LA. Right now, though, we are clearly in the Korean countryside, but I'm also from LA. Yes, this is the, I was just taking a hike the other day and came across this beautiful area and noticed that we had Wi-Fi here. So that's why I'm doing the stream from here today. Let's see. Any tips to be able to speak out loud with people with confidence? That will depend on your level. It really depends on your level for what tips I can give you. But for most beginners, you can't until you can actually form sentences. So I would just say keep your sentences short. Make your sentences as short as possible. Something you can be confident about saying. That will help you to be able to speak more loud. But if you're trying to make long sentences, you're not going to be able to speak out loud if you're not even confident in the first place. You're not confident about what you're saying. So keep your sentences short, keep your confidence up, and you'll be able to speak a little bit more loud. Yes, Korea has internet signal, not necessarily Wi-Fi, but cell phone signal everywhere in Korea practically. So, which is really great. You could go on like a hike somewhere and you'll still have like your phone signal. Jenny Suarez, my first time in your live lesson. Greetings from Colombia. Welcome. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Fool Fortune asks about 중이다. No, it is not. 중이다 is when you're emphasizing that you are in the middle of a task. Whereas 고 있다 is simply you are currently doing something, not that you are right in the middle of doing it. Like that's what you've been doing before and that's what you're going to be doing. 고 있다 is just that's what I am doing right now. It doesn't specify that you've been doing it already. There's some other differences, and I think I covered that when I do the progressive tense live stream, as well as my progressive tense video in the Learn Korean episode. So you can find those both on my channel. How can you speak naturally? Like when I speak English, I don't speak in a monotone sound. I fluctuate in pitches. Yeah, Koreans will speak the way that Koreans speak. There are tips for it, intonation tips. But I haven't yet done a full video about intonation because it's hard to compile which tips would be the most useful, because there are a lot of little details about how Koreans speak. The basic way, though, is you just listen to a lot of Korean. So you hear it so often that when you say that phrase, it comes out in a similar way. But you're not going to be able to just learn that from a book. Pick up intonation by exposure too. Yes, that's right. You will pick it up by being exposed to the language a lot. So I don't mean like occasionally watching Korean dramas. I mean like watching every single day, like YouTube streamers or videos, dramas, listening to music. Music's not as useful, but everything Korean that's as much as possible for a long time. That's the kind of exposure that you need. And then you'll kind of get used to how people say something. Like, you know, you'll hear a phrase, whatever phrase you hear, but you've heard it in a Korean drama a million times, and you'll be able to say it that way, or just any vocabulary word or any sentence. Mary Laura, I have a video about that. If you check my live stream video about past tense, you can find, I talk about the double past tense. It's also the video where I talk about ton. So if you search for the lesson ton in my live stream, you'll find where I also talk about double past tense like that. Not anywhere close to being intermediate level, but I'll use this information where I get there. Yes. Okay. All right. I guess we can get started. Just one more minute. Again, the prerequisites are, let's just see. Okay, prerequisites are making sure that you know how to do quoting forms. If you've never used quoting forms before, this lesson's going to go over your head. And even if you kind of learn this lesson, you won't be able to actually use it at all. Like you'll have to relearn it anyway. So yeah, make sure you know quoting forms first before this lesson, as well as I recommend this form. If you don't know this form, you'll miss a couple of the sentences we're going to be doing today. Okay. I like doing the live streams out in this nature area though. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is Malhada. Now, Malhada is not just a grammar form, it's also just a regular Korean. It's also just a word plus a verb. It's what it is exactly, and it's also used as a phrase. So first of all, mal. Mal is just a noun. It means words or speech. And the forms that we're going to be using today with this word literally mean words or speech. There is nothing special going on there. It means to be words or to be speech. Now, Korean does something different than how English does. In English, something I said, something he said, I said something funny. That thing you said was interesting. We say the word thing, right? Well, in Korean, if thing is what someone says or what someone said, in Korean they don't say 것 for thing. In Korean they say 말. So when you're talking about a thing that a person said, as in the words they said, well, in Korean they literally just say 말. So instead of saying what the thing that I said was, or the thing I'm saying right now is, or what he said is, they say the words that you say, the words that I said, the words that you are saying, like that. What you are saying doesn't make sense. Well, in Korean, they would say the words you are saying doesn't make sense. That's how they say whatever it is you're saying, they will use 말 to talk about it, you or another person. So that's the difference between Korean and English. And I've seen beginners mistranslate that. They'll say, 내가 한 것은, the thing that I said was, and they'll think like 내가 말한 것은. And Koreans will typically just say 내가 한 말, the words that I said. Literally, the words I said is, and then they'll talk about that, like to restate something that you said. Now, this isn't yet a grammar form. This is just a word plus to be. So we're not really doing anything just with this. I'm just showing you the base form of what we're going to be working with. So what this means again is what or something that someone says or what someone said, depending on the tense. So it could be says or someone said. So it's just whatever that thing is that came out of someone's mouth. Well, that's words. But because in English, we don't really say, listen to my words. We say, listen to what I'm saying. Well, in Korean, they say, listen to my words. So sometimes you'll meet a Korean who's learning English and they might say, listen to my words, or did you hear my words, or something like that. What they're saying is, 내 말 들어, listen to my words. Literally, listen to what I'm saying. So this means what someone is saying or something that someone says in that sense. That is 말. The ida is simply to be, and that's what we're going to be working with today. Okay, so let me give you an example. One of these is something I kind of already said. 빌리, so that's me. 빌리가 한 past tense 말하다. 한 말은. So think about this for a second. Hold on, let me turn on the air conditioner here. Okay. Let's check the chat for a second. Okay, so 한 is past tense of 말하다, to say. So literally the words that Billy did, the words that Billy said, or what Billy said was 말은, and then you would say, what is it that Billy said? 빌리가 한 말은, the thing that Billy said. Literally the words, the speech that Billy did. 한, past tense. Now, if you don't know this construction, I did do a live stream about how to change action verbs into adjectives, and that's all that this is. So you might want to rewatch that if you don't get this, because it's a big topic. And I don't really have time to explain that whole topic in today's lesson. Okay. Or 내 말은. Now, literally, my words. As for my words, but in English we would say, well, what I'm saying is. So what I'm saying is, and then you state what you're saying. 내 말은, blah, 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 whatever it is that you want to restate. So maybe someone didn't quite get what you said, or you just want to repeat what you said or emphasize it. 내 말은, what it is that I'm saying is, literally, my words are, or again here, 빌리가 한 말은, what it is that Billy said is, okay, so that's all we're going to be doing for just 말. Now, let's go back to 말이다. 말이다. When do you use 말이다? Because we know now it's like, well, the words I am saying are, well, what it's used for is it's used whenever you want to emphasize something that someone, whether that's you or someone else, is saying, or something that someone said already. So you're basically restating, my voice just cracked. You're basically restating what it is that you or someone else says or said. So that could be something like saying, what I'm saying is, or I'm talking about, you see, what I'm saying is, I'm talking about, or are you saying, if you're using this in a question. So it's used for restating what someone says and thereby emphasizing that. So this would be like saying, what I'm saying is, and then saying again what you're saying, you're restating it. Or, I'm talking about such and such. Or if you're asking it as a question, you're asking the person to restate it. If you're asking a question, then you'd be asking them to restate it. Like, could you please restate it? So, are you saying? Is this what you're saying? And you repeat what you think that they're saying. So I just erased that, but again, I'll say it again. This 말이다 form is used for restating something that someone says, or asking someone to restate it, thereby emphasizing what that person said. Now, this person can be you or another person. So that's the main usage of it. So let's do a full sentence now. This is short. 내 말이. So my words, 이 subject marker. 그 말이야. 그 말이야. 내 말이 그 말이야. 내 말이 그 말이야. 내 말이 그 말이야. Literally, my words are those words. My words are those words. So what could this mean? Well, literally that, but naturally this would be how you would say, what I am saying is that. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. I know, right? Huh? Isn't it? Like that, or if you would say something like, right? I'm right, huh? That's what I'm saying, right? 내 말이 그 말이야. That's what I'm saying. This phrase is also shortened to just 내 말이, 내 말이. And this is the full phrase, but usually Koreans, when they're speaking casually, they'll just say 내 말이. And that's like saying, right? Or I know. Literally means my words. Those are my words. Like that. Now this E is the subject marker. It does not mean, it's not 이다. This is 이다, 이야 at the end here. This is just a shortened version of the phrase that you'll see. 내 말이 그 말이야. What I'm saying is that, or my words are those words. That's a really common expression. Let me do a regular long sentence. 조금만 빨랐으면, if I was just a bit faster, 조금만, just a bit, 빠르다, to be quick, if I was just a bit quicker. 1등. 1등 is first place. Now this is pronounced as 1등. 1등 when you pronounce it, but it's not written that way. So I would have gotten first place if I was a little bit faster. 1등을, and now we need to know the 텐데. I knew I'd run out of space. I'll just write it down here. Okay. This is our first sentence with Maria. And before you say, Billy, there is no Maria. I know. This is our first sentence we're going to do, though. This is something you really need to understand. 조금만 빨랐으면, if I was just a bit faster. Wow, my voice is not good today. If I was just a little bit faster, 조금만 빨랐으면 1등을 했을 텐데. Now, you should know the 텐데 form. If you don't, you're going to miss this part of the sentence. 1등을 했을 텐데. Now, you could also end it with 텐데요 if you were just ending the sentence like this. But it's casual. 조금만 빨랐으면 1등을 했을 텐데. If I was just a little bit faster, I would have gotten 1등, first place. If I was just a little bit faster, I would have gotten first place. 조금만 빨랐으면 1등을 했을 텐데. Now, this is our full sentence. This is an accurate sentence. Done. If I were to write this or say this, perfect sentence. 말이에요. All I've done is attached 말이다 to the end of an already good sentence. Now, this sentence did not end. Hold on a second. Just double check something before I say it. If I have any more examples of that. Okay. No. This sentence did not end in a 요. The 요 would have been the 요 would have finished the sentence if you have 요. You're not going to have 요 in the middle of a sentence. But 텐데. So you make a full sentence that's in casual form. And then you attach 말이다 and conjugate it. That is how this 말이다 form can be used. There's another way we're going to use it in a little bit, but this is how you can use it in a regular sentence. You make a regular sentence in casual form. Now this can be 텐데 or 지 or anything like that, and then you just stick 말이다 and conjugate it to the end. You don't rearrange the sentence. You don't add 말이다 to the beginning or in the middle of the sentence. You take something that makes perfect sense and you simply throw 말이다 into it without changing the rest of the sentence. That's the important thing about using 말이다, is that you do not alter the sentence to use 말이다. It just adds on to your sentence. So let's look at the sentence again. 조금만 빨랐으면 1등을 했을 텐데 말이에요. So now this sentence doesn't end here. Not just, I would have gotten first place. 말이에요. Now you are restating it. You see, the thing is, what I'm saying is, if I were just a little bit faster, you see, I would have gotten first place. That's what I'm saying. It's just that the thing I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, right? If I was just a little bit faster, I would have gotten first place, right? That's what I'm saying. This is used to either restate something or at least talk like you're restating it. So maybe you had just explained like you lost, and the reason you lost was because you were too slow. But you want to say, and now they already know that. So they already know, well, you lost because you're slow. But you just want to put it together. You want to summarize it. You want to restate it. You want to emphasize a part of what you're saying. 조금만 빨랐으면 1등을 했을 텐데 말이에요. You see, the thing is, what I'm saying is, 말이에요. My words are, 제 말. My words are, 말이에요. This is what my words are. You see, what I'm saying is, and then whatever it is that you're saying, as usual. So if you were to take this off the sentence, remember, it still makes perfect sense. That's the important thing when using 말이다. It does not disrupt the sentence. Besides that, it's just stuck on the end to kind of like quote what you're saying, everything, into a quote, like you're restating it. You see is, 조금만 빨랐으면 1등을 했을 텐데 말이에요. You see, it's just if I was a little bit faster, I would have gotten first place. Okay, we'll do some more sentences though. That one sentence might not be enough to explain this whole form. So let's do another. Okay, here's another one. And I know it doesn't have 말이다 yet. 그런데, 그런데, 그런데. You see, the thing is, now, this literally actually means but, or by the way. Breath of the Wild. By the way. Oh, hey! Morales Loot. Welcome, Morales Loot. I'm not sure if you want me to say the whole thing together. Yeah, welcome, we got a new member. Thank you and welcome. Yes. Oh, hey, One Little Mermaid. I just noticed you here. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? So this is just a normal part of a sentence. You can start your sentence by saying 그런데, well, yeah, but, or by the way, or some sort of meaning like that. Well, you can also say 그런데 말입니다. Oh, Lynette. Hey, Lynn. Lynette. Thank you. Thank you for the $3 donation. So we've got 그런데 말입니다. But you see, by the way, normally by itself, now we have this 말입니다 attached to the end. And remember, again, without 말입니다, it still is a perfectly acceptable phrase. 그런데, but, by the way, or something like that. It's just some sort of interjection for whatever you're saying in your sentence. You see, the thing I'm saying is, 그런데 말입니다. What I'm saying is, you see, that sort of thing. And then you can, after that, talk about whatever you want to say. So you'd start your phrase. Now this is polite because it's 입니다. This is a formal ending. So you're talking with someone who you want to be polite with, but you're throwing in, you see, I'm telling you something like, 그런데 말입니다. Well, you see, what I'm saying is, and then you can also talk about anything else after that. 그런데, but, you see, what I'm saying is, it's just something you throw into your sentence, which is already perfect. You throw it into your sentence to show emphasis, as if you're like restating something or summarizing something like that. So you would say this at the beginning of an explanation that you want to give. 그런데 말입니다. You see, by the way, well, what I want to say is this, okay? That sort of meaning. Okay, we're not done. We have more. Okay, there's one more way that you can use 말이다, besides just throwing it at the end of a casual sentence. You can also throw it into the middle of a sentence, but again, it will not disrupt the sentence. The sentence would be the exact same with or without it. There's something I need to say about this though. Using 말이다 in the middle of a sentence is only for casual use. And you'll only see it as, oops, well, I should really look at the board when I'm ready. 말이야. So you can use 말이야 in the middle of a sentence without disrupting the rest of it, but only if it's in casual use. You cannot use 말이에요 or 말입니다 in the middle of a sentence unless it actually is two different sentences. So I'll say that again. If you have one long sentence or one sentence, you have one sentence, and in the middle of that, somewhere you want to add 말이야, like emphasize. Yeah, you see what I'm saying is, the thing is, that sort of thing. It has to be a casual sentence. If you have 말이에요 or 말입니다, that's where the sentence technically ends. You would pause. You have to have a pause before the sentence and the next one if you're using 말이에요 or 말입니다. 말이야 can go in the middle of a sentence though without disrupting the flow, but it has to be in a casual sentence. And I'll show you what I mean. This is actually a famous expression. I'll talk about it in a second. 나 때는 말이야. 오른 눈도 못 마주쳤어. So this sentence, let's just take out 말이야 for a second. This sentence, 나 때는 옳은 눈도 못 맞추셨어. 못 맞추쳤어. Sorry, I said that wrong. By itself, this is a casual sentence. If you add Maria anywhere except the end of this sentence, it must be Maria as a casual form. It cannot be Mari예요. You would have to stop the sentence after which. You have to put a period after. It stops the sentence if it's anything else. But Maria can add emphasis into a sentence without breaking the flow, but only in casual usage. Okay, I think I've said it like 3 times, so hopefully one of those I said makes sense. 나 때는 말이야 is a common expression that's actually like a meme for like, it's like a boomer joke, if that helps you understand it. 나 때, in my age, back in my days, it's this expression. You see, 말이야, 나 때는 말이야. Well, I'm talking about my days. Back in the day when I was a kid, things, you guys have it easy these days. This sort of expression, that is, 나 때는 말이야. In fact, they made like jokes about this too. It's a whole meme, but it's also a regular expression. 나 때는 말이야. You see, what I'm talking about is when I was a kid. 옳은 adults, 눈, eyes, 마주치다 is to make eye contact or look up at someone like that. 옳은 눈도 못 마주쳤어. I couldn't even make eye contact with adults. Back in my day, we couldn't even look at adults. Like that sort of, we showed them so much respect, we couldn't even look at them. That sort of meaning. 나 때는 말이야, 옳은 눈도 못 마주쳤어. Why do I keep saying 못 마주? 못 마주쳤어. 나 때는 말이야, back when I was a kid, back in my days, 옳은 눈도 못 마주쳤어. We couldn't even look adults in the eyes. That sort of sentence. So yeah, again, 말이야, casual usage. It's not 말이에요, but it does not disrupt the sentence. 나 때는 말이야, 옳은 눈도 못 마주쳤어. So we get the whole sentence. 못 마주쳤어. Without, it's still casual though. 쳤어. It still ends with a casual ending. I have one more sentence. 내가 처음, for the first time. Oops. 회사에 들어갔을 때는 말이야. 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때는 말이야. You see, the first time, 처음 들어갔을 때. The first time I entered the company, when I first got in the company, as in when I first started working, 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때 말이야. When I first started at the company, that sort of sentence, you see, 말이야, I'm talking about this. What I'm saying is, when the first time I got into the company, 월급 is your monthly salary. month, 급, salary or payment. 월급이 20만 원. Now, 20만 원 is 10,000 or 200,000 won, which is like $200. So my monthly salary was $200. Now that's probably an exaggeration, but anyway, 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때는 말이야. Notice again, 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때는 월급이 20만 원이었어. The sentence is fine. You don't have to change the sentence to use 말이야. This by itself works. It even has 때는. As for the first time I entered in the company, 말이야, what I'm saying is, you see, the first time I got into the company, well, my salary was only $200 a month. Like that sort of meaning. 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때는 말이야. 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때는 말이야. Now, it actually will flow. When you say it, you're not going to stop and then say 말이야 randomly. 내가 처음 회사에 들어갔을 때는 말이야. They'll say it as part of the same sentence. So it doesn't break up the flow of the rest of the sentence. 월급이 20만 원이었어. The monthly salary was $200. So I was getting $200 a month when I first started work at the company. That sort of meaning. But again, only for casual use. You could not use this 말이에요. Or you wouldn't then end 였어요 because you're using 말이야, which is casual. So it's only for casual use. If you don't want to use it for casual, then you would stick it at the end of a sentence instead. And we've only seen it at the end of the sentence, though. Actually, we haven't seen it at the end of a sentence with every usage yet. So the next thing we're going to talk about is how do you use it at the end of a sentence in a regular sentence. So we've seen it used at the end of a few sentences, but not enough. Now let's learn how to say pretty much any sentence. You can end any sentence you want with 말이다. But in order to do that, you need to use the plain form of the last verb that's in your sentence. So you take the plain form. Let's just do an example. 하다. The plain form of 하다 is 한다. 한다. Now we attach nian, just a nian. Like that. The reason is every plain form will end with 다. Oops, not tiga. Every plain form will end with 다. So after you have 다, you attach a nian. And then you'll attach 말이야. Oh, so let me check the chat. Hey, Grandpa Miki. No dab needed. How dare you? Grandpa Miki. I know I said Miki. I know it's Mikey. Grandpa Miki. Thank you. But no dab. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with my hands then? If I can't dab? Thanks, Grandpa Mikey. I don't know what to do then. Do I just play some music? Play some music, do the kimchi, and then I can't dab, so I'll just dance instead. Some people don't want me to dab, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Thank you. You can clap. Interesting. That works. Okay. So you take the plain form of whatever verb ends the sentence. Any sentence you want. This one takes very little thought to make. You attach a nian and then 말이다, and you can conjugate this any way you want. So you can make it formal, 말입니다. Informal, 말이에요. Casual, 말이야. Whatever you want. It's very easy to use as long as you know how to conjugate the plain form. So let me show you an example of a sentence. And this can be any verb. It doesn't have to be an action verb. Oh yeah, and before I do that, this form actually is a shortened version of this. Or 말한. So it's the plain form. For example, if you get 한단 말이다 and you conjugate 이다. 한단 말이다, whatever. This 한단 is actually a shortened form of 한다고 말하는 or 말한. This is more of a note for intermediates who already have seen this form but weren't sure where it came from. If you don't know this form already very well, ignore this part. You don't need it. It's just people who are curious. 한다고, I say, I do something, or whatever 한다고 is. 말하다, I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I am doing this, or what I am saying is, or what I said was that I am doing this. That sort of meaning. So anyway, you don't have to memorize that. It's just letting you know it's a shortened version of that form. And there are other forms that use that similar type of thing, like 한단, but we can learn those later. All right, now, oh, I should also say, although it's 단말이다, if the verb that comes before in the plain form is 이다, and you probably would already know this if you're familiar with quoting forms. You know how ida becomes, in the quoting form, ida becomes 이라고, right? So because it becomes 이라고 or 라고, this would also become 란 말이다. So if it's ida as the plain form, well then instead of plain form and adding a nian and then 말이다, which would get you something like 한단 말이야, 한단 말이다. Instead, if it's ida, you get 이라고 with the quoting form, so that would end up with you getting 이란 말이다. 이라고 한, which is what it's short for, or 이라고 하는. So 이란 말이다. So it's the same thing. In case you've seen 단 말이다 and 란 말이다 and wondered what's the difference, it's the same exact form. That just means that instead of a verb, well, instead of a regular verb, it just means that it was ida, to be. And the same thing also goes for 아니다, to not be. So if you see something ends with 란 in any form, well, it's probably from 아니다 or ida. That's just what it is. And we'll do an example. Okay, so let's do a sentence, because I haven't done a sentence yet. 이미, already. 제가 다, let's just do this first. 했어요. Okay, 이미 제가 다 했어요. I already did all of it. 이미, already, 제가 다, all of it, 했어요. I already did it all. Well, now let's change this into our 말이다 form to emphasize it and say something like, well, what I'm saying is I already did it all. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm just emphasizing like I did all of it, right? What I'm saying is I did all of it. So I'm saying I did all of it. Well, let's do 했다 is the plain form. Now we add 니은, 말, I'll put it over here. 말이에요. Well, that looks really bad. I'll write it all over here. 이미 제가 다 했단 말이에요. I'm saying, what I am saying is, 이에요. It's informal, not casual. What I'm saying is, I already did it all. 이미 제가 다 했단 말이에요. I'm saying I already did it all. And by adding this 말이에요, you're emphasizing what you're saying by repeating it. So you're restating it. You're saying, what I'm saying is I did it all. So it's emphasis. Like, hey, they already know you did it all. But maybe your friends are like talking about how we need to finish this project before we can go outside. And they're just being lazy and making excuses. And then you can go and say, 이미 제가 다 했단 말이에요. Hey, like, you know, I already did it all. Right? I'm saying I did it all. Okay? It's just a way to add emphasis to your sentence of what you're saying. This doesn't literally have to mean that you said 이미 제가 다 했어요. And then you repeat it, 이미 제가 다 했단 말이에요. You don't have to repeat exactly what you're saying. It's just summarizing what you are trying to say right now. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you're repeating something you already said. It's just adding emphasis by restating it with this grammar form. 이미 제가 다 했단 말이에요. You see, I already did it all. Or what I'm saying is, I already did it all. 그건, as for that thing, 안 해도 돼요. 그건 안 해도 돼요. As for that thing, 안 해도 돼요. You don't have to do it. So you don't have to do that. Don't worry, you don't have to do that. 돼, 다, 된다. Sorry, 되다 is the verb by itself. 된다 is the plain form. 된다, 된단 말이에요. 그건 안 해도 된단 말이에요. What I'm saying is that you don't have to do that. So maybe you say, hey, you guys can go home, right? You're not going to say you don't have to do that. You're just saying, hey, you guys can go home, get some rest. And they say, oh, but I didn't clean yet. You just say, 그건 안 해도 된단 말이에요. What I'm saying is, you don't have to do that, right? So you're not really repeating anything because you didn't actually say you don't have to do that yet. You just said you can go home. But now you're saying like, hey, what I'm saying is, what I mean is, you don't have to do that. 그건 안 해도 된단 말이에요. What I'm saying is you don't have to do that. So it's emphasis. You could just say 그건 안 해도 돼요. You don't have to do that, right? That's fine. But you want to emphasize what you're saying. Like, no, I'm saying you don't have to do that. Like, listen to what I'm saying, right? I said you can go. 그건 안 해도 된단 말이에요. You don't have to do that. Okay. Just check, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. 내 옷이, my clothes, 더 예뻐요. My clothes are more pretty. Okay? My clothes are prettier. The plain form of 예쁘다 is 예쁘다. 예쁘단 말이야. Since we have 내, which is casual, 내 옷이 더 예쁘단 말이야. What I'm saying is my clothes look better. Or my clothes look better, right? That's what I'm saying. You know, what I'm trying to say is I mean, maybe just I mean could work pretty well. I mean, my clothes are better. My clothes are prettier. 내 옷이 더 예쁘단 말이야. You see, I mean my clothes are prettier. 내 옷이 더 예쁘단 말이야. 내 옷이 더 예쁘단 말이야. And 저도, me too. 섬 타고, I'll explain that in a second. Some comes from the English word some. You can think of it as meaning like someone. Like if you're seeing someone. In Korean they say 섬을, the object marker is optional. 섬을 타다. Literally to ride the 섬. The English word 섬. So 섬 타다. 섬 타다 means to be seeing someone. That doesn't mean you're like boyfriend, girlfriend, but you could be. But it's like unofficially you're dating someone. Unofficially dating. Yeah, I'm seeing someone. 저도 요즘 섬 타고 있단 말이에요. What I'm saying is I'm seeing someone these days. 저도, me too. 저도 요즘 섬 타고 있단 말이에요. You see, I'm seeing someone these days too. That sort of meaning. 저도 요즘 섬 타고 있단 말이에요. So we have 있다, to exist. 있단, because 있다's plain form is just 있다 as well. So 있단 말이에요. I mean, I'm seeing someone these days. I'm also seeing someone these days. That's what I mean. 저도 요즘 섬 타고 있단 말이에요. Oh, and 섬 타다 is kind of a casual expression, so you wouldn't want to like use it for your boss, but it's not a slang expression so much. I say it's not rude. I should say that. It is slang, but it's not rude. Okay. Let's see, how are we on time? We are okay on time. We're going to get started with the next form. I'm just going to write it up here, and I'm going to look at the chat for just a minute break before we go on to this next form. This is the next form we're going to do, but I'm just going to take a minute break to drink some caffeine and check out the chat. So if you have a quick question, now is the time. If it's quick. If you have a longer question, then wait until the end. Doesn't 섬 means island? No, that's 섬, not the double letter. But the single letter does mean island if it's not used with the double. The double only means someone, like seeing somebody. Can you say something like 공부하겠단 말이야? Yeah, you can. You see what I mean I'm gonna be studying. I'm gonna study. Yeah. Were you able to do anything fun yesterday in California? No, I worked all day. I wrote, these days I'm just writing every day I'm either writing or editing, depending on what I'm doing. Right now I'm doing writing for this week and next week. Every single day I'm writing, each day I'm writing 3 lessons of the beginner's course. And then next week I'll film it and then I'll start editing them every day, do like a full episode. So could it not be 이미 제가 다 했어 말이에요? Nope, it would not be. The only way you can attach 말이다 onto a sentence other than with this. Sorry, not this. The previous thing I had on the board. 단 말이야. The only way you can attach it on would be with a different grammar form such as 지, 텐데, or the other one that we did first. If you're just doing or 태, the regular 태 form. It would not be attached onto a 어 ending. So if you want to attach it onto any other sentence besides 태 or 텐데 or 지, as we'll learn next, then it has to be used with 단 말이야 or 란 말이야 if it's an 이다 verb. I just got another donation. Life Rhymes. Hey, Life Rhymes. Nice. Thank you. Life Rhymes. Do you have any message you wanna say? In the meantime, Life Rhymes. Hey ho, hey ho. Thank you, Life Rhymes. 야말로? Sounds like 야말로. 야말로. Call him. Hey. Yep. Okay. So yeah, someone had a good question though. They said, can I use like 했어 말이에요? No. You would use 야 말이다 only with specific forms that you've seen. But if you want to attach it onto anything, that's why I told you the other version with 단 말이야. So you can attach 단 말이야 onto anything that ends with any verb without any restrictions. So which is why that one's more recommended. The other ones were just to show you examples of how it's also used with other forms like 텐데, as I mentioned, or the other 태, 그런데, like that sort of thing. Okay, the next one we're going to be learning is 이야말로. Now, 이야말로 is used by attaching a noun and then attaching. So wait, let me say this again. 이야말로. You can use it by taking a noun and then attaching 이야말로 if that noun ends in a consonant, or just attaching 야말로 if that noun ends in a vowel. So if you had a noun like 집, house, will be 집 이야말로, or if you had like 학교, school, 학교 야말로, just whether it's a consonant or a vowel. And what this means is that, actually, let me just tell you what it literally means. This is used to emphasize a noun, but specifically, what does that even mean? Emphasizing a noun. When you're saying a sentence and you want to add emphasis to a noun in English, how do you do it? You say that noun louder. You'll say it longer. You might make it a higher pitch, right? Like I want to talk about this form today, right? This, that's, you're emphasizing something in English. Korean doesn't do that. Korean emphasizes verbs or nouns or whatever with grammar forms, not with changing your intonation about them so much. There are little bits of intonation you can do to change the emphasis on something, but typically, if you want to add a lot of emphasis to something, you'll do it with grammar. The way to make a noun emphasized in Korean is with using 이야말로. And the way that it does it, it's emphasizing the noun, but it does that by confirming that noun. And I'll tell you what that means. So when you use 이야말로, you're saying this noun not the other ones. There may be other ones, but right now I'm talking about this. That's what this yamalo does. It says, when you use it, it says whatever else, whatever other nouns there are, whatever other things there are right now, this one is the most important that I'm talking about. This one is the one you need to focus on the most. Something noun, yamalo. This one here. So it's confirming it like, hey. You might have been thinking I'm talking about something else, but no, I'm talking about this noun. That's what this does. And by doing that, by confirming that this is the noun you were talking about, it emphasizes that. So you can think of this as translating as something like exactly that noun, or indeed it's that noun, something like that. But this will be a little bit tricky to translate one-to-one. In a sentence, however, you might be able to translate this as some different ways, but this is really more of an emphasis. It doesn't always need to be translated in writing. In speech, though, you could probably translate this as just emphasizing it when you say it. So I'll give you an example in English. You did something wrong to your friend, and you go to apologize to your friend. But before you can apologize, your friend says, "Hey, I'm sorry for getting mad at you yesterday. Sorry for getting mad at you yesterday." So you want to say, no, not other people. Me. I should be sorry. Now, you can't really translate that into English in writing. Maybe you'd put it in bold. But in Korean, you can do it with 나야말로. No. Not other people, me. Right? I'm confirming it's me. I should be sorry. And notice in English how I did that in emphasis. In English, I said I made it go higher. I made it go longer and louder. No, it's I should be the one saying sorry. But in Korean, they don't say 내가 like that. They don't do that. Korean uses grammar to add emphasis. They use grammar to add extra emotion to their sentences, whereas in English, we just do it with intonation a lot more. So that's an example when you would use grammar for this. You say 나야말로. It is I who 나야말로 and then 미안해. I am sorry. 나야말로 미안해. I am the one who should be sorry. So out of any other noun there is, you're saying that this noun is the one you need to focus on. This noun is the most important right now, or at least the most relevant. And that is 나야말로. No, it's me. I should be sorry. So let me give you your first sentence, which is that. Now this 야말로 form isn't used all the time, but it is used whenever you want to really emphasize something like that. 나야말로 미안해. I am sorry. 나야말로 미안해. So, 야말로. Focus on this noun. Now, there are other nouns. There are other people. But right now we're talking about me. No, me. I. 나야말로 미안해. Or, 너야말로 미안해. You are sorry. 너야말로. You are the one who should be sorry. You, of all people. Like that sort of meaning. There are so many people, but I'm talking about you. 너야말로. If you want to switch it around. 나야말로 미안해. Okay, let's do another sentence though. I feel like that one's a little bit too easy to understand. So let's do a regular full sentence. 온라인에서, so online, on the internet, 온라인에서 댓글 is a comment, online comment, 댓글로, by online commenting. Let me write it down here. I think I'm writing a little bit too big. 사람들과 싸우면. So if you fight, 싸우다, with other people, 사람들과 싸우면, in the comments online, so if you fight with other people in the comment section online, that sort of meaning, well then, 그거, that thing, that action, that thing, 그거, 야말로. 그거야말로 시간 Make sure you can still see down here. Yeah. Okay. 시간 낭비예요. Now, 시간 낭비 is a waste. 낭비 is a waste of something. So 시간 낭비, a waste of 시간, time. 시간 낭비예요. It's a waste of time. That, 그거야말로 시간 낭비예요. That is a waste of time. Now, if you're going online and fighting with people in comments, 그거야말로 시간 낭비예요. That is a waste of time. 온라인에서 댓글로 사람들과 싸우면 그거야말로 시간 낭비예요. 온라인에서 online 댓글로 in the comments 사람들과 싸우면 if you fight with people 그거야말로 that among other actions there are other actions but right now that's the most important I'm talking about 그거 that 그거야말로 시간 낭비예요. If you're fighting with people online in the comments that is a waste of time. Now that is a waste of time. That sort of meaning. 그거야말로. That. So you could just say 그게, 그것이 시간 낭비예요. If you're fighting with people online, well, that is a waste of time. 그게 시간 낭비예요. That's a waste of time. But now you want to emphasize 그거. That is a waste of time. More than other things. Like you might have said, you might be, so let me give you a situation for this. You're talking with your friend's telling you like, oh, you shouldn't be, writing in Wikipedia, like, you know, other people do that. You're just wasting your time. And then you reply, well, they're not your friend anymore, but you reply to them. 아니, 온라인에서 댓글로 사람들과 싸우면, so your friend spends all their time fighting with people online in comments. So, 온라인에서 댓글로 사람들과 싸우면 그거야말로 시간 낭비예요. That is a waste of time. That's what you're saying when you're using 야말로. So that's how this is useful. 온라인에서 댓글로 사람들과 싸우면 그거야말로 시간 낭비예요. So now you don't need 이야말로 to make a complete sentence because in that sentence you could just say 그게, you know, 그것이 시간 낭비예요. That is a waste of time. That still just means 그게, that is a waste of time. But now you're saying that. So you're adding emphasis. So again, this form is not essential for making a sentence. It's just used for emphasizing a noun. Okay, and we have another sentence. How are you guys all doing? You're all following along? I'm sensing this really happened to Billy. No. I usually don't use sentences from my real life for making these, so don't worry about that. All right. Guys doing okay? 제대로. 제대로 is like properly, correctly, in the right way. That sort of meaning. Legitimately. 제대로 되면. If something works out correctly. So if something works out right. 제대로 되면 그거야말로. Again, we have 그거. 제대로 되면 그거야말로 최고, the best, 최고의 방법이라고 생각해요. 제대로 되면, if that works out properly, if that all works out, 그거야말로, that is 최고의 방법, the best way, the best method. 최고의 방법이라고 생각해요. I think it is the best method. That is the best method. So if it works out, 제대로 되면 그거야말로 최고의 방법이라고 생각해요. If it all works out, I think that would be the best method. That's what you're saying. That would be the best method. So in this situation, you're saying 그거야말로, that. There might have been other ideas, but now let's talk about that one. So you're not just saying 그게 최고의 방법이라고 생각해요, which is perfect to say. Perfect sentence. 제대로 되면 그게 최고의 방법이라고 생각해요. If it works out right, that is, I think, the best method. But now you're saying that is the best method. So it adds emphasis. 그거야말로 최고의 방법이라고 생각해요. So I think that is the best method, if it works out. among all the methods there are, that one. So that's the sort of emphasis that this form gives. Okay. Hopefully this helps you to understand it. Okay. We're not done though. But I will take a 1-minute break. For all of the beginners and intermediates watching, this was the lesson. I have one more thing which is advanced, which we're going to do next. But I'll take a break for a minute. Today's class is hard. Yeah, it's an intermediate lesson. So if you're not already intermediate, this could be quite a difficult topic. Yeah, Kevin, you can see it as one thing. It is made of different parts, but it's not used as different pieces. Like, you can't break it up into those different pieces at any point. So I don't think it's worth learning it as different parts. It does come from the grammar form ia. And ia is a grammar form. Actually, you'll normally only see it as ya, but it means only something. And then mal, words, ro. In the words of only that is literally what it means. But you don't really need to know that. But ia is a normal grammar form. So just the ia part you should know. And I did a live stream about that when I talk about how to say have to, like have to do something, like heya, 되다, heya, hada. That is this ya ending. Other than that, no. There's nothing else you can break apart from it. Oh, hey, Lingding. Lingding, thank you. Lingding, 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 Lingding 77. Perfect. I said I'd take a minute break and we got a donation. It's perfect timing. This one goes out to Lingding. Everyone bow your heads to show respect to the flag and dab. Thank you, Lingding. Billy, please dab to your heart's desire, you wonderful human. Thank you, Lingding. I like your name. 뭔가 이런 tolu wanimi. That's not how you can use it. You're conjugating 말. You're conjugating 재밌다 to be an adjective used before 말. That literally just means it is the words. It is a funny thing you are saying. This is an interesting thing you are saying. 재밌는 말. Something interesting that someone says. That's just literally using it to mean 말, like words. So that's not how it's used. You have to use 단 말. 재밌단 말이야, like that. Or 재밌단 말입니다. 말입니다 also works too. Yeah, my shirt kind of is Korean colors, red and blue. You just now realize that's literally the only reason I'm wearing this shirt is because it's got Korean colors on it now. All right. The next form we're going to do is advanced. Advanced, okay? Now, advanced doesn't mean that a beginner cannot learn it. Advanced means that it's useless to a beginner and kind of useless to an intermediate, but you can feel free to learn it. I'm just letting you know you won't be able to use it unless you are able to make full Korean sentences. The reason is this form is only used within a few situations. 지 말입니다. It is used exactly like this. 입니다. Conjugated as 입니다. This is not 지 말이다. 지 말입니다. Now, the way that this is used is you take a verb stem and you attach 지 말입니다 and you're done. And this has the same meaning as the 말입니다 or 말이다 or 말이에요 or 말이야 forms that we just did. I'm saying, what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. Sort of that emphatic ending to restate something that you've said. There is a disclaimer. First of all, this form, I'll give you a quick example. 하다 would become 하지 말입니다. That's it. There are no other conjugation necessary. But this is an advanced form. Believe me. This form got popular from a Korean drama show called 태양의 후예, Descendants of the Sun. I can't even spell it right. 태양의 후예, Descendants of the Sun. It was a Korean drama. It was about like Korean military. And in the show, the characters would use something 지 말입니다. Before I tell you about that though, I'll give you a little bit of background. In the Korean military, you must speak very straightforward. You're not allowed to speak casually to other people in the military, especially not your commanders. You have to speak very formally. It is not. I will do that. It is over there, right? They don't want you to be like, well, I think it could be over, they don't want that sort of casual conversation. Everything needs to be strict and direct. something입니다. But what that means is in Korean then, if you have to be always strict and direct and you can't use casual speech or other endings, what if you wanted to say like, wow, this tastes good. Oh, 맛있네. Right? Well, you can't because you're not supposed to. You would have to say, 맛있습니다. It tastes delicious. You have to speak formally. But you don't want to do that, right? You feel kind of like restricted that you can't speak any extra verb endings. Well, that's where this form came up, is that it's a way of soldiers to speak casually, to add emphasis and to add a little bit of flavor to their speaking without dropping their politeness level. So instead of saying something like 이네, 이네요, 이지요, they just use 지 말입니다. So it sounds like you're still using 입니다, but you're adding a little bit of flavor here by attaching 지, which kind of sounds like the ending 지, like it is, isn't it? Which is slang, and 말이다, which is like, oh, what I'm saying is, but it still keeps it polite. So it's like a trick way to speak politely when you have to speak politely in the military. I'm not done talking about that though. That's not the whole story. Okay. So it's kind of like you're speaking in 반말, casual speech, but you're not. And again, this is only in the military. And let me give you one example sentence. So you'll see this on TV dramas. You'll see this in that drama, 태양의 후예. You'll also see it in any TV show that features military, even comedy shows about the military. But anyway. 여름에는 삼계탕. Samgyetang is the Korean chicken soup. It's like a whole chicken. It's really good. If you're sick, it's wonderful. Samgyetang. Anyway, 삼계탕이 최고다 is normally like the best. So it's not slang, but it's just a regular informal way of saying that's the best. 최고지 말입니다. Okay, so here's a sentence. 여름에는, in the summer, 삼계탕이 최고지 말입니다. 삼계탕, Korean chicken soup, Korean chicken soup, 삼계탕이 최고지 말입니다. In the summer, Korean chicken soup is just the best. 입니다. So this is kind of a casual way of speaking, but still is formal at the end. Now, so that's just an example. So chicken soup is the best in the summer. In the summer, chicken soup is the best. 여름에는 삼계탕이 최고지 말입니다. However, actually, let me say this again. 여름에는 삼계탕이 최고지 말입니다. There we go. I need a cleaner recording for editing when I do it later. So, in actuality, though, this form is not really used, even in the military. It's a fake stereotype of military speaking. Now, that's not to say they don't use it in the military. People do, because it actually did come from the military. But it's not that popular. It's not used that much. In fact, a Korean I'd asked said they heard it maybe 2 times during their entire 2 years of military service. So it's not that common. It's not like every soldier is walking around like, 아니지 말입니다. 하하하, 그렇지 말입니다. 하하하, 가고 싶지 말입니다. They're not like saying everything with 지 말입니다 in every sentence. It's a rare thing. They will still just speak very politely, but maybe to themselves in private a few times they might throw in one of these 지 말입니다 forms into their sentence. That's all it is. But if you watch the 태양의 후예 show or the military shows, they're using them like all over the place, but in reality it's not quite that much. So yeah, that is the advanced form for today. And that is our lesson for today. So now we will have a short Q&A. But first I have a few announcements again. Let me erase this first. Quick announcements. If you are a member, make sure to check tonight on my community tab. You will see a link to view today's live stream in the abridged form. So you don't have to wait until Wednesday. You can watch it tonight, which is takes a lot of work, but I think I can keep doing it. So yeah, if you're a member, you get the live streams abridged the same day. Everyone else, you have to wait until Wednesday, but you still get them this week. Also, if you are a Patreon member of any level, you get access to all of these outlines as well as worksheets for the live stream. So you can get a worksheet of like 14 questions to practice translating right now for today's lesson with a lot more examples of Malhada. So if you feel like you're like, Billy, I kind of get the concept, but I think I need more practice, well, get the worksheet. It has like 14 more examples that I didn't have time to cover today. Also, there is a Billy merchandise. Let me pin one of them here. Let's see. Come and study Korea. Let's pin that one. That's the most popular one. There's new Billy merchandise for this channel you can check out. Just another way to support this channel if you want to get something that has KiCat on it or something like that. Also, I started offering one-to-one tutoring. If you have any questions about that, you can join the Discord or ask one of the admins here. And that's it. So now I'm going to do a short Q&A. So if you have any questions about this lesson or just anything in general, feel free to ask them now. And I'll do this for about 15, 20 minutes. If you're just here for the lesson, then the lesson's over. But feel free to ask any questions. Yeah, Cheryl did the one-to-one tutoring. And like I said, it's just for people who really want to do one-to-one tutoring with me. I'm not trying to compete with any other regular tutor. You can get cheaper tutors if you just want a tutor on other websites. Whoa, Becca, you came in at the very end of the lesson. I was teaching for like an hour, and you come in at the very end and steal the producer slot. Actually, we didn't have a producer today until Becca came in. So our producer for today is, oops, why did I try to write Pekka and like the A just went crazy. That wasn't me. Wow, thank you, Becca. We got to do a big dab for that. Our producer today for the live stream. Let's do. Hey ho, hey ho. I swear, if I ever go to a Korean club someday, I'm just gonna stand in the corner like doing this until they kick me out. The bouncer's gonna come over and be like, we don't do that here. Thank you, Becca. I saw many Koreans. Oh, let me just check here. Where can I get the worksheet? It's on Patreon. You can find it posted right. It's probably the top post on Patreon right now. And you don't have to be like if you want the worksheets, I'll say this. If you are poor, but you want the worksheets and the outlines, I don't mind if you want to join Patreon for $1 and then cancel it the next month. Because I think they only require you to pay for 1 month or something. I don't mind that. I want it to be available for anyone who wants it, who's supporting me in any way. So you don't have to spend like a ton of money and keep it consistently just to get the worksheets and outlines. If you really don't have any money, just join and then download the ones you want and then leave. I'm not gonna mind. I appreciate everyone who can support, no matter whether they're supporting a little bit or if they have a ton of money or for whatever reason. Yeah, just letting you guys know. Because someone else had that question. They said, oh, I want to support you. I want the worksheets, but I can't afford $5 every month or something. And like, I get it. It's okay. Let's see some questions. 빌리 선생님이 최고지 말입니다. Thanks, Bayone. Billy, teacher is the best. And then no, if you say it, 지 말입니다, it sounds like you're in the military. So it's like a military expression. It's not used outside of the military, and it's even not used inside the military very much. Superpeer doesn't accept PayPal. Yeah, that would be good if they did. Although I don't know if italki does either. They maybe do. Can you also translate 야말로 as out of all things? No, it wouldn't match with that definition. Yeah, can you use, oh, that's a great question, Renshin. Can you use 냐고 and 자고 in the same way as tan, 난, 말이야? Yes, you can, because it's the same shortening. As I said, you could use I'm just writing it really messy here. 이다, 이란 말이야. Well, it's not that common. 잔, 얀, 란, 단. Also, you can use 란 if it's a command. 하란 말이야, 가란 말이야, like that. But it's less common, but yeah, you can use it with other forms too. The point is that, which I think you got, is that it's a quoting form. You're saying my words are, and then you slap the quote right in there. So whatever that quote is what's going to be in there. italki accepts PayPal. Okay. You can, Arlie, you can actually send feedback to Superpeer because that's like a brand new company. They're still like a startup. So they read all the comments. So they probably already know that though, but you can like make feedback, say, hey, please accept PayPal and I'll do this. And they might, because it's not a big deal to integrate PayPal. They just haven't done it. Billy, what is your favorite food? Korean food, it would be sundae. Another way to repeat, emphasize, I am saying, 몰라요, 모른다고요, 모른다니까요. How are they different from the grammar form? That is simply saying what I said is. That's a literal what I said. 말이다 is not a literal what I said. It is my words are, or what I am trying to say is, whether you actually said that or not. As I gave the example before, like, you guys can go home, you guys can take a break now and go home. And they say, oh, we still have to finish. And then you can use with 말이다, you say, 내가 다 했단 말이야. Like, I'm saying I already did it all. Like that. But you wouldn't say 내가 다 했다고, because you didn't say you did it all. So that's different. Those are just quoting forms, whereas this is a restatement of whatever it is that you want to say, but it doesn't have to be a quote that you actually said. 지금 is right now. 이제 is from now. 지민이 바보, could you check in my sentence? 내 말은 요즘 아무도 안 나간단 말이야. Yeah, but you don't need to repeat the 말 twice, because now you're saying, like, what I'm saying is, well, what I'm saying is. I mean, yeah, it works, but you don't need to say it twice. You could just say, 내 말은 요즘 아무도 안 나간다고. Or 아무도 안 나가. Like that is fine. You don't need to put them both together, but yeah. 순대? No, that's 번데기. Sundae is the blood sausage. Yeah, it's got noodles and it's really good. Can you explain the use of 할? You mean 하거든. 할 거든 is not, doesn't exist. For 거든 though, that would be for your information, or I'm just informing you. I think I did a live stream about that. Since there's two different meanings, whether you're doing an upward or a downward intonation for 거든. Upward is like I told you, and 거든 is just like, hey, just so you know, that sort of meaning. Is it okay to switch the subject and the verb? What do you mean? Oh, I see it a lot in K-pop. No, typically, like, K-pop uses lyrics that rhyme and sound good. They're not going to use natural, correct Korean, just like in English. I mean, do you learn English from Michael Jackson? Like, how do I conjugate Shimon? Like, do I use two he's? Can I put a he at the end of the sentence? Like, there's no grammar for K-pop. There's no grammar for lyrics. It's whatever they want to say. So if you learn Korean from K-pop, you're going to learn a lot of wrong stuff. So yeah, just be careful with K-pop. It has real Korean in it, but it also has a lot of not real Korean or wrong pronunciation just to make something rhyme. You know, people will say stuff differently just so that it rhymes, or they'll shorten stuff when they normally wouldn't shorten it in speech just so that it fits the beat. Yeah, what's the negative form of Shimon? Yeah, like there, you can't. There, yeah, just don't learn, don't learn Korean from K-pop. Don't learn English from English songs. Yeah, I learned English from Britney Spears. Right. I don't even know what he's talking about. I don't like Michael Jackson. That's just terrible. It's wonderful music. Billy, can you throw these in between dabs next time? Sure. If you want a Michael Jackson dab, I'll give you a Michael Jackson dab. You just have to request it. Maybe I'll get my little brother sometime to come on the stream because he can dance. He can dance like Michael Jackson. 빌리 선생님 덕분에 갈수록 어려운 문법 구조 이해를 할 수 있어요. 아는 척하지 마세. Nope. As I said, psychedelic mania, you can't just attach it to any, and also mase isn't a complete sentence, but you can't just attach it to any form you want. It has to be the forms that I gave you in this live stream. You could say 아는 척하지 마시란 말이요. I'm saying don't pretend that you know it, but not just mase. That's not a grammar form at all without the yo at the end. Okay. Is this a K-pop stream? No, it's not a K-pop stream. Okay. Billy is a famous idol. He sings many songs. Okay, what's the most natural way to say as we learned? 배웠다시피? 다시피? I think I did a live stream. Did I do a live stream about 다시피? Hold on. No, I just uploaded a video. If you search 다시피, you'll find on my channel I did a video of I just uploaded it actually like 2 weeks ago, and that covers 다시피. But yeah, you could just do 배웠다시피. 우리가 지난번에 배웠다시피, as we learned last time. That's the as we or as I or as you did something, do something, does something. That meaning 다시피. 들었다시피, as I heard. 했다시피, as I did it. There's another meaning to it as well, like almost doing something. But anyway, be scary to see someone who only learned English from Michael Jackson songs. Yeah. Billy is a part of the group DAB. That's gonna be the my comeback album. Will be Shimon, or Shimon, I guess. Is it Shimon or is it Jamon? I actually don't know what he's trying to say. Does the counter come before the noun? No, the counter will come after the noun, but it could come before the noun if you're using it with 의, like 세 마리의 소, but it's typically not, unless you're just listing how many of something there are and nothing else. Typically it'll come the noun first, 소, cow, and then 세 마리, 3 cows. So cows, how many are there? 3. 소, 세 마리를 봤다. I saw 3 cows. So noun first, then the counter. Yeah, it's a video. I mean, it's not it's live. You can see look, this is moving. You can see like the rivers flowing over here. Look over here. You can see the rivers flowing at the end over here. It's cuz I'm really here, guys. Can't you just believe me? I'm really here at this lake. Ah, it smells wonderful. Clean air. Maybe I'll just go over here and just gonna fill up my water bottle with some of the stream water over here. Hold on a second. Ah, look at this. Got some clear, crisp, clear, purified stream water. Ah, that's super clear water. It's wonderful. Fabulous. That stream is so clear. It's flowing water, okay? Lynn Barge. I missed the Michael Jackson impression. Can we have an encore? Simone. Ow! All right, everyone. We're going to learn some Korean today. Might learn some. And everyone, make sure you use this grammar form, but don't use jimar입니다. That's silly. Someday we'll get a Michael Jackson teaches Korean for the whole live stream. I can tell he's embarrassed. It's because I'm bad at it. It's embarrassing. This is the weirdest live stream. Yes, but it's also the cleanest stream we've ever had too. Get out of this stream. Okay. Any other questions? I should just stop early. Okay, Shimona. Kiket. Where is Kiket? Kiket's not here actually. Kiket didn't come today. She's sunbathing back at home. Do more impressions. I can do a few impressions. Hey, Patrick. Hey, SpongeBob. Wait, that was really bad. Ahoy, SpongeBob. And who else? I can also do. There's some movie characters. I can do a lot of impressions from. Actually, I won't do those. There's some other like random characters here and there I can kind of do. I'm not very especially good at any impressions I do. Knew he was gonna do SpongeBob first. Yeah, that's my. I have a lot of impressions that you guys wouldn't know, like older movies and stuff. Kitkat is a girl. Dea. If you do a whole live stream as Michael Jackson, someday maybe we could do it. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna teach this expression is really useful to me, and I think it'll be useful to you too. Let me just show you to the board. Write up a sentence. It's like the whole time just the whole time you're like trying to focus on the board. We'll do it someday. Get a Michael Jackson. Start as Michael Jackson and people donate to stop. Yes. Laura Ply, that is my fastest way to become a millionaire. Every stream starts as Michael Jackson. And then as I get donations, my voice will slowly go back to regular Billy. Would love a video with your son again. Yeah, he'll be in another video. I'll put him in. He's actually helped out filming more than you'd know. A lot of shots that I'm in the screen, but the camera is moving. That's actually my kid. The past 2 years, I taught him how to like push the record button and move the camera. So he's done a few shots. I'd have to like. I don't remember exactly which videos, but there are a few different shots here and there where I'm in the video and the camera's moving. Like, especially the Kitkat episodes, the one where me and Kitkat appear. Those ones, if you see the camera moving and I'm on screen, it's probably my son moving the camera. Okay. What about alive and regular? No, no way. That is impossible. We don't do that, okay? We don't even talk about that. I hope he's getting paid. Yeah, I'll give him like a chocolate or a candy or something like that. He's happy with that. Any words, thoughts for anyone just starting Korean? You've got a fun trip ahead of you. Try to study as much as you can. Pick one resource and stick to it. Pick one sort of course and stick to that as much as you can. And practice as much as you can. Get a pen pal right away. That's what I would say. Never see Billy out of uniform. Yes, that's illegal. I saw someone commented, 그 사람의 목소리가 지리네. 지리다. It's a slang word for like awesome. Whoa, so good, like so cool, amazing. It's kind of like a kid's slang word. You'll see it a lot online. All right. So then that's enough for today. I think I've done way too much for today. Must be the too much caffeine today. Thank you everyone for coming. If you have any other questions, feel free to join the Discord and you can ask me them there. And if you're a member, remember to check my channel tonight and you can watch this whole live stream with all of the cringiness edited out. So you can just watch the lesson part. And thanks for coming and I'll see you guys again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. All right, let's move this board. Oh yeah, and thank you again. Yechiel, Y-E-C-H-I-E-L, who I can't pronounce your name. Yechiel, Morales, Ruth, Lynette, Grandpa Mikey, Life Rhymes, Ling Ding, and Lynn, as well as our producer, Becca. And someone else now, Laura Ply. I was just finishing. I'm just trying to end the stream and someone else donates. Well, now we have to have a dab. We can't just stop. We have to have a dab now. Thank you. Appreciate it as always. Thank you, Laura Ply. Yeah, last second donation. Thank you. And I will see you guys again. See you guys again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. Okay, now let me move this away. Okay, it's a nice day. Lake's so nice. I think I'm gonna go take a swim. Maybe I should go. Maybe I should go take a swim. Hold on. I think I could take a swim here. Okay. All right. All right, guys. See you later. What am I doing?